It was either 2 or 3. Yeah, it was 2. I think you're right. It was a special ops. There was this like one in the road. If they saw a person lose, or if they hear you lose, so we had me and my brother were like, we had to shoot at the exact same time.
Welcome in everybody to game number 1 of our opening Crossroads League series here against Goshen College, the Maple Leafs. We're going to read from our game day program put together by Sports Information Director Bill Scott. And it reads, Crossroads League action opens today for the University of St. Francis and Goshen College at the Ash Center World Baseball Academy. The series was supposed to be at Goshen, but the Maple Leafs field is unplayable. Goshen will be the home team today and in tomorrow's doubleheader. The Cougars are coming off a 10-8 8-inning win at Pikeville University last Friday. It was the only game the two teams played in what was supposed to be a 4-game series. Goshen won 2 of 3 games versus Toccoa Falls out of Georgia, 6-2, 0-1, and 4-3 most recently. Bobby Garcia is Goshen's leading hitter with a .370 batting average. He ranks number 7 in the Crossroads League. Tyler Prince leads USF hitting with a .310 average, 19th in the Crossroads League. USF pitcher Kyle DeConnick has a 3.0 ERA, tied for 9th in the CL. Colby Mason is number 13 in the Crossroads League with a 3.65 ERA. Folks, today on the bump for Goshen, we will see Kyle Kotecki. Kyle comes in with a 1.42 ERA, a 1-0 record on the season. In 6.1 innings pitched, he's given up 1 run, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Opposing hitters are batting .174 against Kotecki. He's a senior at 6 foot, 160 pounds from Wonder Lake, Illinois, McKendree West High School. For St. Francis, getting the start on the bump will be Matt Baker, number 10. Matt's a junior pitcher, 5'10", 185 pounds from Monroe, Indiana, went to Adams Central High School. Baker is a righty at the plate and on the mound. Matt comes into today's game with a 5.79 ERA. In 9.1 innings pitched, he's given up 7 runs, 6 of those earned, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opposing hitters are batting just .233 against Matt Baker. So once again, this is game number 1 of a 3-game series. Tomorrow's doubleheader is set to start at 1 p.m. A doubleheader, we are expecting rain in the forecast for tomorrow. Go over the starting lineup here for St. Francis. Leading off will be number 20, Brady Harris, playing shortstop. Number 6, Michael McCowan, playing right field. Number 23, Tyler Prince, your designated hitter. Tyler last year was All Crossroads League honorable mention as a true freshman. Number 4, Harold Wolf, the first baseman. Number 33, Noah Frymuth, playing center field. Number 23, Tanner Gaff at third base. Number 5, Jack Harris in left field. Number 13, Tony Bova at second base. And catching will be number 12, Jacob Nagy. Jacob is a junior catcher at 6'2", 230 pounds from Brunswick, Ohio. Came to us from Lakeland Community College. Looking at Goshen, number 6, Ben Longacre, the center fielder. Number 2, Colby Malson, second baseman. Number 25, Clint Strobel. He'll be catching. Number 23, Tanner Logan, the DH. Number 17, Cody McGuire, first baseman. Number 7, Brighton Schofield, the left fielder. Number 21, Bobby Garcia, third baseman. And number 1, Evan Krieger, the shortstop. Rounding out the top 9 is number 9, Chase Hunter, your right fielder. Joining us now is head coach Dustin Butcher for the Cougs. And, Coach, got to feel good coming off a win, a 10-8 decision, and that was at Pikeville Pikeville this past Friday, and here looking to get your first Crossroads League win.
Yeah, this is this is why you prepare for the last 7 months, is just kind of for this day and setting a tone. Game 1.
You got Brady Harris once again starting at shortstop. Obviously, David Snyder went down in that series against Concordia. How's his health coming along?
He's coming along, and Brady's done a really good job. You watch him field ground balls, and he's got a great sense of rhythm, on the field and throw. And Coach Gayday's done a really good job of just making sure he's prepared. He's got the arm strength. He's got the lateral movement, lateral speed, and he's done a great job. He really has. But he's prepared his body to play shortstop or really play anywhere we ask him to play.
You got Matt Baker on the bump today.
Yep.
He pitched in game number 2 against Concordia, gave up 5 earned runs in that first inning, but really settled down after that, just facing, I think it was 12 batters the next 4 innings. So really excited to see Matt Baker today.
I'll take inning 2 from every inning on. He absolutely dealt. And honestly, that first inning was a hiccup. It really was. It was a hiccup because he has given us all season long. He has just given us quality innings. And I anticipate him to really bounce back here. And he's had just great practices and locating his fastball. He's got a chance to be a dude.
You got Jack Harris in the starting lineup today. I was really impressed with Jack in that Concordia series, and he enters today batting .333.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you'd be even more impressed watching him hit at Pikeville. He hit a ball probably as hard as anybody has this whole season to deep center in Pikeville, and for him to get a triple, he's got to get into one, and he did.
Well, Coach, we got Brady Harris at the plate, and just wanted to say good luck today and excited for this 3-game series as that's going to go foul.
Hey, appreciate you, Jeff. Thanks for all you do for us.
Absolutely, Coach.
That's head coach Dustin Butcher in his first season with the Cougs. That's going to be a foul ball down the third base line for Brady Harris. Brady is a junior, 6 foot, 175 pounds from Muncie, Indiana, Cohen High School here with the 1-1. He'll check that pitch upstairs for ball number 2. Once again, the pitcher, Kyle Katecki. Opposing hitters are batting .174 against him. That's popped up into right field. That'll be a can of corn there for Chase Hunter. Out number 1. That'll bring to the plate number 6, Michael McCowan. Michael entering today with a .154 batting average. He scored 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 home run. He's the only Cougar with a home run so far this season. He's got 4 RBI. He's had 3 walks and 8 strikeouts for Michael. Hey, let's go. Last year, the true freshman played very, very well. Takes that first pitch for a strike. McCowan brings some wheels to the squad. Still looking for his first stolen base on the season. Making up a very good defensive outfield here for St. Francis. Jack Harris in left, Noah Frymuth in center, and Michael in right. This ball's going to be yoked into left field, right at the warning track, and making the grab will be number 7 for the Maple Leafs, Brighton Schofield. Michael McCowan, what a stroke there for the sophomore. He hit that ball as clean as you can, and he took Schofield all the way back to the fence. McCowan in his sophomore year showing some big power at the plate here for the University of St. Francis. Brings the plate number 23, Tyler Prince. Prince was your MVP of the Concordia series. Take that first pitch for a strike.
I don't know where you guys are.
Tyler in that series, a few runs scored, a few RBIs. He's batting about 500. He's going to take this ball down the right field line, and that's going to fall in for a single for Tyler Prince. Once again, the Cougs lead batting first here today. this series was scheduled to play at Goshen, we are thankful to be playing here at the World Baseball Academy Ash Center, where we have an artificial infield. The guys, this will be their 5th game here at home. Harold Wolf now at the dish. First pitch is a swing and a miss for Wolf.
Come, Harry. Come on, Harry. Come, Harold.
Harold, entering today with a 208 batting average, has 4 runs scored on 5 hits and 24 plate appearances, 1 double, 5 RBI. That ball just beyond the outstretched hand of Evan Kruger, the shortstop, back-to-back singles here for the
Come on, Fry, driver run in, man. Start something here.
And that's going to bring up Noah Frymuth.
You say Fry?
Frymuth last year was all Crossroads League honorable mention along with Prince and the senior last year, Keaton Sullivan. Keaton's younger brother, Caden Sullivan, on the squad here. He's a sophomore. Kotecki, the lefty, he's got runners at first and second. As Frymuth waits on the off-speed pitch, rips it foul down the left field line. 0-1 your count. Frymuth, who started his collegiate career at Purdue University, came to us after 1 season at Purdue. He also played for a state championship football team at Bishop DeWanger, where he was a defensive end.
Come on, Frymuth. Come on, baby. Drive run in here.
Big Noah Frymuth at the dish. Goes 6'3", 220. Noah also, or excuse me, yeah, Frymuth can also come in and pitch for the Cougs. 1-1 the count.
Hey, 2 out hit, 2 out reps. Be ready.
Entering today's action, David Snyder is still your leading hitter, batting .381 on the season. Hoping to get David back ASAP. The senior shortstop. One of the best defensive shortstops in the Crossroads League. It'll be 1-2. To Frymuth. That ball off the handle. Lazy fly ball into right field. For out number 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here at the World Baseball Academy.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting me up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Welcome back here to the World Baseball Academy, where it's going to be Ben Longacre, Colby Malson, and Clint Strobel to lead it off for the Maple Leafs. Longacre wears number 6, just a junior outfielder. Last year at one point, he was leading the Crossroads League. Longacre, 6'3", 215 pounds from Bartow, Pennsylvania. First pitch, a foul ball right over here to Wolf. He'll catch it right in front of that Cougar dugout for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate number 2, Kobe Malson. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Okay.
0-2's your count. That ball ripped into the right over to Michael McCown. Showing off the speed there, tracking down that ball for out number 2. That's going to bring up Clint Strobel.
We had the spreadsheet.
Strobel, the catcher for Goshen. Take that ball in the dirt for ball number 1. Pitch for Baker just misses. 2-0's your count.
I got it!
Pitch fouled off for strike number 1.
Where'd it go?
Straight back. Right.
Apologize for these audio issues. Still trying to get this figured out. Counts 1-1 with 2 outs.
Good here, Ben. Come on. Yeah! Big dogs are walking now! Big dogs are walking now! Come on, Jenny!
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Got Tanner Gaff at first base. Jack Harris now at the plate.
Yeah, we got you, Coach.
Oh, all right. Never mind then. Dang it. Okay.
Harris down to this count now 0-2. It's against Gaff at first after drawing the walk.
I know you have not had a lot.
This ball drilled into center field. And just got lost in the zone there by the center fielder, Ben Longacre. They're going to hold Gaff up at third. See if they call that a hit there for Jack Harris.
If he would have practiced, if they would have played 2-ball, he would have known.
As Longacre just lost it in the sun. That'll bring to the plate Tony Bowden.
Bova entering today with a .267 batting average, 5 hits, or 5 runs scored on 8 hits.
Here you go, Bo.
1 walk, 9 strikeouts for Tony Bova.
Boy.
Takes that first pitch for ball 1.
Come on, Bo.
Come on, Bo. Let's go. You get me here. Let's go, baby. Come on, Tony. Do something here, baby.
Ungodly.
Get back, Jackie. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on, TB. Oh! Let me catch it!
We have 12. Is that interference?
Yeah.
Mill, what's the call on that?
Single and error.
So that
Double?
for Jack Harris, that was a single and an E8.
Come on, Tony, need you, baby.
Go, Bob, come down.
Let's go, do a job. Hey, you're fighting. You're fighting now. Let's go. Come on, Tony.
Yeah, I'm out of Bob. Oh yeah! Hey, baby, mama!
Ball in and scored 2.
Hey, baby, mama!
Tony Bova.
Baseball! Hey, spots are hot! Spots are hot! Back to your spot, they're hot! Same spot! Scoring and runs! Let's go, Shock! Yeah!
First pitch to Jacob Nagy, hit right back at Kotecki for out number 1. It's going to bring up Brady Harris, the leadoff batter.
Kind of when I missed the phone.
I'm not confident.
First pitch missed low. Second, 2-0's your count. Harris in his first at-bat flew out to right field. This ball hit to right.
Wow.
So 2-1 is our count. Harris going to check that one, just grabs the outside corner. 2-2 the count. With 1 out here in the bottom, the top of the second. Full count. Now to Harris. Good eye there by Harris as he draws the walk. That's going to advance Bova all the way to second base. And they'll bring up Michael McCowan. In his first at-bat, flew out deep to left field. Cougs currently with 4 hits, 2 runs in this game. Goshen held hitless so far. First pitch is a ball to McCowan. 1-0 is your count. First baseman here for Goshen. That's Cody McGuire. Ball in the dirt and safe at second base with the steal. Brady Harris. Two O's the count to McCowan. Man at second. McCowan checks that one low and inside. It will catch the zone for strike number 1. 3-1's your count now to McCowan. Slow roller over to third. And a good scoop by the first baseman for out number 3. Cougs put 2 on the board. They're in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 2-0, St. Francis.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Welcome back, everyone. Your batter now is the number 5 hitter, Cody McGuire, first baseman. 0-1's the count. Nice block by Nagy in the dirt. McGuire entering today with a .275 batting average, 6 runs scored in 40 at-bats. 11 hits, 3 RBI, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. Pop fly into right center field is taken by Noah Frymuth for out number 1. That'll bring the plate Brighton Schofield. Schofield, a .233 batting average. 5 runs, 7 hits, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts. Takes that for strike number 1. 1-1's your count. Check, check. 2-1, now the count to Schofield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice. As Matt Baker gets him looking on the inside corner for out number 2. Baker gets his first strikeout of the game. That brings up Bobby Garcia. Garcia, the team's leading batter, hitting .370 on the season with 10 hits and 6 runs scored and 27 at-bats, 3 RBI, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. That first pitch is ball 1. Big swing and a miss there by Garcia as the count's evened up at 1 apiece. Garcia wears number 21, sophomore infielder from Carolina, Puerto Rico. That's going to be fouled out of play. 1-2's your count. Garcia checks that ball upstairs. Goshen College once again coming in with a 5-7 record. Took 2 out of 3 against Toccoa Falls. So we got a full count now to Garcia. Baker looking for his second strikeout of the game. Baker's been grooving in this one. That ball, it's going to fall down for the first hit of the game for the Maple Leafs as McCowan's going to go to Bova. Two outs, man at first. Brings up Evan Krieger. Krieger, the shortstop for the Maple Leafs. Swings at the first pitch, and that's going to just find the hole on the left side. We got runners at first and second. Back-to-back hits here by the Maple Leafs. Brings up Chase Hunter, number 9, the right fielder. Hunter's a sophomore, 6'1", 175 from Ligonier, Indiana. Went to Central Noble High School for the lefty. Second best batting average on the team, hitting .333, 1 hit in 3 at-bats. This will be his 4th at-bat on the season. Check that first one for ball 1. 1-0 is your count. The 1-0 with runners at first and second. Taken for strike number 1. Counts evened up at 1 apiece. The righty Baker just misses. 2-1 now with 2 outs. Big swing and a miss to even this count up, 2 apiece. Early on in this Crossroads League season, Grace with the best batting average, best team batting average after 7 games at .319. Mount Vernon Naz at .309, along with Spring Arbor, Bethel, and Taylor round out the top 5. So the count remains at 2-2. Goshen listed with the 3rd best team ERA at 4.86. St. Francis ranks last in the Crossroads League with a team batting average of .236. Swing and a miss for Matt Baker, his second strikeout of the game. We're going to head to the top of the third with the Cougs up 2-0.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw. Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Leading it off here for the Cougs, going to be number 23, Tyler Prince, who singled in his first AB. Tyler entering today with a .310 batting average. That's fourth best on the squad. 9 hits and 4 runs scored, 9 RBI for Tyler Prince. His 9 RBI is a team high. He's up in this count 2-0. Prince, the sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bishop Luers High School, goes 6'3", 215. He's DHing today, can play first as well. Checks that for strike number 1, 2-1's your count. That ball fouled to even up this count at 2-2. Prince rips it into center field for a lead-off single for Tyler Prince. Prince now 2 for 2 in this game. Was left stranded back in the first inning. Inning that saw him and Harold Wolf get on base. It's going to bring to the plate Harold, who singled in the first inning. Takes that first pitch for ball 1. 1-0 is your count. Wolf once again entering today, 208 batting average. Hitting to foul territory, and nice play right against the fence was the third baseman making the catch. Bobby Garcia. With 1 out, that brings up number 33, Noah Frymuth. One out here, and Prince at first. Noah flied out to right field in his first at-bat. Checks that pitch outside for ball 1. Tyler Prince once again ranks number 21 in the Crossroads League with that .310 batting average. Tony Bova at number 36, batting .267. .1-0, still your count to Frymuth. We're evened up at 1 apiece after the foul ball. Prince once again, 4 runs scored on the season. That's third best for St. Francis. I should say fourth best, actually. 2-1 now the count to Frymuth. David Snyder with 6 runs scored is tops on the team, Tony Bova with 5 runs scored, and Brady Harris with 5 runs scored, along with Michael McCowan. Frymuth will take first base after getting plunked. I'll put runners at first and second for Tanner Gaff, who walked in his first AB. He also scored a run. Gaff last year with a .266 batting average. He had 3 home runs and 26 RBI. For the junior, this ball drilled into right center. Longacre tracks it down. Runners are going to have to come back. So with 2 outs, runners remain at first and second. That ball looked like it might get down there in right center field. But Longacre was on his horse for out number 2. That'll bring to the plate number 5, Jack Harris. He's been hitting the cover off this ball as of late. Had a single back in the second. Harris with 2 outs here has runners at first and second. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Jack with the .333 batting average, 3rd best on the team here with 7 hits, 1 run scored, and 21 at-bats. 6 RBI, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Big cut. That'll even this count at 1-1. Harris last year with a .270 batting average. Scored 20 runs, had 38 hits, and 141 at-bats. The 1-1 to Jack Harris, who's from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bishop Dwenger High School. That's the same school as Noah Frymuth. Jack the junior. Bats right, throws left, 6'1", 190 pounds. So that pitch misses outside. 2-1's your count. Here in the Crossroads League, Mount Vernon Naz with a 13-7 overall record. They're 2-1 in Crossroads League play, taking 2 away from Spring Arbor. Taylor University has the best overall record in the league at 16-4. They rank number 22 in the country. They took a few from Indiana Tech not too long ago. They're currently hosting the game. 2-2 to Harris.
Stay deep, Tyler, stay deep.
Full count now to Jack Harris. Harris looking to tack on a few more runs onto the board here for St. Francis in the top of the 3rd. Both runners go back here after the check by number 31, Kyle Kotecki. Kotecki, once again, a 1.42 ERA entering this game. He's a senior. That ball gets right past the shortstop. Prince coming home to score on an RBI single by Jack Harris, his 2nd hit of the game. We still have runners at first and second. Prince scores his first run of the game. That's going to bring to the plate number 13, Tony Bova. Ball right at Kotecki. He's got no play with it. Tony Bova with the wheels beats it out at first base. We got bases loaded with 2 outs. No play for Kotecki. That brings up Jacob Nagy, the catcher. He's got the bases juiced here with 2 outs. One swing of the bat here could have the Cougs up by a touchdown. He'll check that first one low for ball number 1. Nagy, a 188 batting average, 3 hits in 16 at-bats, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He does have a stolen base on the season for the big catcher. Off-speed pitch is a swing and a miss. 1-1's your count. Nagy listed at 6'2", 230.
Come on, Nags. Here we go, Nags.
This ball's drilled, and that will fall right in front of the left fielder. Frymuth comes home to score, along with Jack Harris. 2 RBI single for Jacob. Nagy, Cougs up 5-0. So now with Bova at second, Nagy at first. Your batter is Brady Harris, the leadoff hitter.
Let's go, same spot! Justin, you said that. Same fucking spot! Oh, man, why do I always get the 58-mile-an-hour curveballs? God damn.
Base hits. Base hits get run. Base hits get run.
Same spots, let's go!
Great start to this game here for St. Francis. 8 hits, 5 runs scored. Prince 2 for 2, Harris 2 for 2, Bova 2 for 2, Nagy 1 for 2 in this game. Brady Harris 0 for 1, looking for his first hit. Everybody's doing it. Harris right over the shortstop. Out at second will be the courtesy runner for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the third. Cougs rolling at 5-0.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Welcome back, everybody. Here in the bottom of the third, St. Francis up 5-0. USF 8 hits. Goshen currently with 2. Both of their hits came in the bottom of the second. Cougars saw 8 players come to the plate there in the top of the third. This is your leadoff hitter, Ben Longacre. Counts evened up at 1 apiece. Backhanded by Harris, comes up firing, but that's going to be a single for Longacre, the third hit of the game for Goshen. Leadoff runners aboard. Leadoff batters aboard for Colby Mawson. Mawson, who flew out to right field in his first AB. Starting second baseman here for the Maple Leafs. Baker with 2 strikeouts there in the bottom of the second inning. Misses low there for ball number 1. One oh's the count. Big swing and a miss. Baker saw 4 batters there in the bottom of the first. 2 pop outs and a ground out and 1 walk. Didn't give up his first hit until there was 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Pitch misses outside. 2-1's the count. Pitch was fouled off the right ankle of Mawson. Goshen's Bobby Garcia ranks number 8 in the Crossroads League, batting .370. Evan Krieger ranks number 22 with a .308 batting average, and Clinton Strobel, the second, with a .303 batting average, ranks number 24. Two-two count. Baker looking for his 3rd strikeout. There's a 2-hop chop over to Frymuth, who will go to second, but he's not in time. That'll be a single. Back-to-back singles here for Goshen. We have runners at first and second. That brings up Clint Strobel, number 25. Strobel, the senior, catcher at 6'2", 215 from Newport News, Virginia. Coach Butcher out to talk with Nagy and Baker. Wanting to hold on to this 5-0 lead. Spring Arbor currently with a 6-13 overall record. Grace College 4-3, Huntington 4-5, Goshen 5-7, Marion at 5-8, Indiana Wesleyan at 6-12, Bethel at 4-8, and St. Francis at 2-8. So, folks, I was just told that tomorrow we have a 10:30 start time for the doubleheader. We're trying to beat the rain. First pitch swung on and fouled down the left field line. 0-1 your count. Baker trying to work himself out of a jam here with runners at first and second, 0 outs. Folks, do apologize, but this is the only place to set up. I'm here in the Cougar dugout. This new facility does not have a press box. So that pitch just misses low and in for 1-1. Baker, the righty, that one's going to be fouled out of play. He'll be up in this count 1-2. So a 10:30 first pitch tomorrow for games number 2 and 3 of this opening Crossroads League series versus Goshen. Cougs starting this one off hot with a 5-0 lead. This is going to be a 9-inning game. Tomorrow we'll play 2 7s. So that misses outside. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. That ball is going to get past Nagy, so runners will advance to second and third on the wild pitch. Baker so far 43 pitches under his belt with 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Come on, Bay. That's right. That's right.
It's Longacre with the big lead at third. Gaff not holding him on. St. Francis at regular depth in the infield here. And that's nice job by Nagy there on the swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts now for Bakers. That's out number 1. That'll bring to the plate Tanner Logan, number 23, the DH, hit into the 6-4 fielder's choice back in the first. Logan, a 167 batting average, has 2 hits and 12 AB, swings at the first pitch over to Harris. That will score a run, but now we got 2 outs. On the sacrifice, Harris gunning them down at first. Longacre gets Goshen on the board, and now it's Mawson at third. Brings the plate Cody McGuire, first baseman. Cody swings at that first pitch, fouled off. McGuire, junior infielder from Portage, Indiana, 6'1", 190. McGuire, 275 batting average, 11 hits and 40 at-bats with 6 runs scored, 3 RBI, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks. Big cut. Down in this count, 0-2. Baker trying to minimize the damage here with 2 outs and a runner at third. Goshen had it, runners at first and second with 0 outs. Slow roller over to Gaff. He's going to come up firing to Harold Wolf for out number 3. We head to the top of the 4th. USF up 5-1 over these Maple Leafs.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw. Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Knipster. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just to...
Cut that ad short for Michael McCowan. 0 for 2 in this game. Takes that first pitch. Low, I believe that's ball 1. A lot of times I'll have to call the game from the camera here. Hard to see here with the 2-0 count. Another one low. Good eye by McCowan. Just a sophomore. Up in this count, 3-0. Get Michael on base. He might be thinking about taking second. Checking all the way there. It's 3-1 now after the called first strike. This ball ripped right into the glove of the third baseman, Bobby Garcia. So McCowan is 0 for 3 in this game, but he's had solid contact every single time. That's going to bring up Tyler Prince, 2 for 2 with a run scored. for the Cougs' leading hitter. All Crossroads League performer as a true freshman last year. Swings at the first one, and that's going to find itself out of play for strike number one. Got to meet Matt Fiorini's mom before the game, and she brought with her 2 new chocolate lab puppies. She said it was the first time Matt was going to get to see the chocolate labs. 2 beautiful dogs. 2-1 your count. Prince, that one off the handle. Straight up to Longacre in center for out number 2. Prince now 2 for 3 in this game. That's going to bring up Wolf. He's 1 for 2 at the dish. Had a single into left center field back in the first inning. Wolf's going to take that first pitch for a ball. St. Francis, 5 runs on 8 hits. 1 run on 3 hits for Goshen. Counts evened up at 1 apiece after the foul ball by Harold. Swing and a miss. Wolf entering today, 5 strikeouts on the season, 3 walks in 24 at-bats. That ball hit into center field. Longacre back, tracks it down for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 5-1, USF.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Here in the bottom of the 4th, leading off will be Brighton Schofield, the left fielder for Goshen, as he's going to take that first pitch for ball number 1. Schofield struck out looking in his first AB back in the 2nd. He's up in this count 2-0. Schofield, a .233 batting average, 7 hits and 30 at-bats with 5 runs scored, 6 strikeouts, 11 walks. Hit right at us for strike number 1. Good catch here by the Cougs. Fielding it cleanly. (3-1) now the count to Schofield. So the leadoff batter is aboard there after the walk by Schofield. It's going to bring up Bobby Garcia, who had the first single of the game for Goshen. All three of Goshen's hits have been singles. Baker checks him, as that's going to be a called first strike. Schofield is a perfect 3 of 3 in stolen base attempts on the season. That's a swing and a miss. We'll see if they try to move Schofield over to second here. Garcia is eager at the dish. A team best 370 batting average, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks entering today. Garcia off the handle, and a beautiful snag by Harold Wolf as he doubles up the Goshen Maple Leafs. Wolf flashing the leather at first base there with the double play unassisted. That'll bring up Evan Krieger. First pitch down low for ball 1. Garcia was definitely aggressive there at the dish. That one's going to find the zone low. Krieger singled in his first AB. 2-1 your count. Baker really pitching well here. Into the 50s, though, on the pinch count. 3-1. To Krieger. Big cut. We're full now. Big swing and a miss. Matt Baker with his 4th strikeout of the game. We're heading to the top of the 5th.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Crawl. Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Knipscher. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Cougs going to lead it off here in the top of the 5th with Noah Frymuth, 0 for 1 at the plate. Flew out to right field in the 1st and was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the 3rd. How about Matt Baker on the bump here for the Cougs? Frymuth. Another lazy fly ball into right field for out number 1. It's going to bring up Tanner Gaff. It's going to bring up Tanner Gaff. Gaff going to check that one outside. 1-1's your count. Gaff fouls off the inside pitch. 1-1 now the count. Gaff walked and scored a run back in the second. Flew out to center field back in the third. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. Gaff right back at Kotecki for out number 2. That'll bring up Jack Harris. Jack 2 for 2 in this game with 2 runs and an RBI. Jack Harris was 2 for 5. Excuse me, 2 for 4 in that win against Pikeville there with another single. He is really on one. Now 3 for 3. Bring to the plate Tony Bova, who's 2 for 2 in this game, had a 2 RBI single back in the second. Bova swings at the first pitch, a slow roller. He's got the speed, and E4. We got runners at first and second. Got to respect the speed of Tony Bova. And the second baseman tried to hurry that ball out of his mitt, Kobe Mawson, and just dropped it. It's chilly here in Fort Wayne, about 42 degrees, much better than what we've seen lately. Sometimes in the cold, it is a little bit hard to get that ball out of your mitt. Cougs will take advantage. First error of the game for either squad. Brings up Jacob Nagy. Oh, he had a big 2 RBI single back in the third inning that scored Harris and Frymouth. He's 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. One-0 is your count to the junior catcher. Kotecki from the stretch. Got that sidearm delivery. Swing and a miss. Until that sun really reflects off the outfield grass. Currently that light shade of brown. It's going to start greening up, though, as spring's approaching. Yesterday I was in Sioux City, Iowa. We left about 9 in the morning, and it was whiteout conditions. Lots of snow over there in the east side of or west side of Iowa. Sioux Falls and Sioux City, the host spots for the NAIA Division II Men's and Women's National Championship. 1-2 is your count with 2 outs. Unfortunately, the Lady Cougars did lose in round 1 against Eastern Oregon. And then Eastern Oregon lost earlier today against Indiana Tech. Our friends here in Fort Wayne. We'll be seeing Tech on the baseball field later this season. Swing and a miss for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 5-1. Cougs on top.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine.
Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine.
Welcome back. Leading it off here for the Maple Leafs, it's number 9, Chase Hunter, the number 9 batter. So that first pitch goes in for a ball. 1-0's your count. Hunter once again entering today with a .333 batting average, but also just 3 at-bats under his belt. Struck out back in the second inning in his first AB. 1-1's your count. Two-one now to Hunter. Hunter checks out one low. Three-one. Beautiful pitch, catches the inside corner. We are full. Baker capped off the bottom of the fourth with a strikeout of Evan Krieger. This could be 2 batters in a row for Baker. Gets him looking for strikeout number 5. That brings to the plate Ben Longacre, center fielder. He's been tested in the outfield as the Cougs has been knocking the ball around the field in this game. A few of them to center. Longacre did have the miss on the double. I believe that was Tony Bova's double. It was not. It was Jack Harris who ripped it into center. 1-0 is your count. Second one swung on, hit into right center field. McCowan underneath it for out number 2. Michael McCowan's playing a good defensive right field today in this game. Guys said the outfield to thaw in just a little bit, but still a little hard. The ball's got a bounce coming off the side. Your batter is Colby Mawson. Checks it low for ball 1. Talking about Indiana Tech, both of their men's and women's teams made the national tournament, but their men lost, I believe it was 85-50 in round 1 against Spring Arbor. Spring Arbor, who finished second in the CL. Just inside for strike number 1. 2-1's your count with 2 outs. Good stop by Nagy with the ball in the dirt. The Cougar arms have looked pretty strong here to start the season. Looking to develop some depth here in Coach Butcher's first season. With 2 outs, taking first base on the walk is Mawson. Mawson does not have a stolen base attempt on the season. Brings up Clint Strobel the second, the catcher. 0 for 1 in this game. Drew a walk back in the first. Baker now with 76 pitches. 3 hits, 1 run. That was earned. 5 strikeouts for Matt. Just 2 walks. Strobel swings at the first one. Looking to get on his horse is Mawson at first. 0-1's your count. Ball swung on into right field. Tracking it down is Frymuth. It's going to fall right in front of him. Tries to barehand it as Mikhail McCowan comes up with it. We got runners at the corners for Goshen. That's their 4th hit of the game. That'll be a single, and I believe a E8 going to be called as Mawson tries or takes third. We'll update you on that. Your batters, Tanner Logan, the DH. One 4-1 now for Goshen. 5-9-0 for St. Francis. Your batters, Tanner Logan, takes that first one for a strike. Logan, the DH, had a sack RBI back in the 3rd. Grounded out to shortstop Brady Harris. Back in the 1st, rips this ball into right field. Coming home to score will be Kobe Mawson. And that one's going to get by Mikhail. So we got runners at 2nd and 3rd now after the RBI single by Tanner Logan. So for St. Francis, that will be the first error of the game. Brings to the plate Cody McGuire. McGuire, the righty, 0 for 2. Down in this count, 0-1. Baker checking the runner at 3rd, not being held on. That's Strobel's courtesy runner. It's number 29, Bailey Owens, a freshman. He's from Kokomo, Indiana, Taylor High School. Pitch upstairs for ball 1. That Goshen dugout coming alive here as they pick up their 2nd run. Cougs now with a 3-run lead. So Matt Fiorini in the pen here for the Cougs. Baker now up to 84 pitches with 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2-1's the count. Coach Dustin Butcher in his first season at St. Francis, Kristen Gayday and Micah Edding are the assistant coaches. 3-1. Alex Childers, the head coach at Goshen in his 7th season. Justin Grubbs and Doug Wellenreeder, assistant coaches. Cody McGuire, the first baseman. with runners in scoring position. Off the handle, Harold Wolf tracking it down for the Cougs. Out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 6th. 5-2, St. Francis.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And look at his cross. Shot hits the post. And the center feed to Luke Knipster. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back, everybody, here in the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Cougs. It's going to be Brady Harris. Brady Harris now with 5 strikeouts. Or excuse me, Matt Baker. First pitch to Harris, and that's ripped up the gut for a leadoff single, the 10th hit of the game for St. Francis. Brady now 1 for 3 in this game at the plate. Once again, entering today, Brady Harris, a 167 batting average. Harris is 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts on the season. That brings up McCowan. McHale 0 for 3, but been hitting the ball hard. Checks that one upstairs for ball 1. McHale, just a sophomore. The new pitcher is number 19, Kyle Stragavy. 1-1 your count to McHale. It's Harris at first. And Harris will take second on the balk. Big shout out to the Cougar dugout. They saw it all the way. 1-1 the count. Harris now at second. This ball swung on and hit in the shallow center field. Harris waved home to score on the RBI single by McHale McCowan. That'll bring to the plate Tyler Prince. Yeah. Oh, that's Nap Sports 2008.
Let's go, TP!
got it? Pull up the Gmail. Okay, well, just call me back if you have any issues. Bye.
What's going on? Hey, boys, stay right here. Let's go, DP. Stay right here. We need more.
1-2, now your count. As they try to check back McHale to first. Prince, 2 for 3 at the plate. Rips this ball into center. Longacre camping underneath it. That's out number 1. So that was the second straight at bat for Prince, flying out to center field. That'll bring the plate Harold Wolf. Wolf 1 for 3 in this game, singled back in the first. Fouls that first pitch away for strike 1. Ball in the dirt. Counts evened up at 1 apiece. Wolf, a junior, is from Kendallville, Indiana, East Noble High School. Transferred to us from Vincennes University down in southern Indiana. Good eye as that pitch goes outside for ball 2. McHale 0 for 1 in stolen base attempts on the season. The right fielder.
What pitch was that?
Wolf fouls it off on the hit and run. McCowan was heading towards second. Another one fouled away.
Hey, somebody go get that. No, they're not. We gotta go get it.
That ball ripped into left field. McCowan, he's going to head to third. McHale takes third. On the double by Harold Wolf, we have runners at second and third. Great base running by McHale McCowan. We got Cougs in scoring position for number 33, Noah Frymuth. 0 for 2 in this game, was hit by a pitch in the third and scored a run. St. Francis now with 12 hits. Goshen, just 5. Once again, this is Kyle Stragavy. And Frymuth gets plunked again. We have bases loaded. That'll bring up number 25, Tanner Gaff. Gaff in this game, 0 for 2. Walked and scored a run back in the second. Takes that first pitch outside, does Gaff for ball 1. Tanner can pitch for the Cougs, can play outfield and third base. Your starting third baseman today. We'll probably see Caden Sullivan play a little bit third base tomorrow in the doubleheader. This ball's drilled into left, and it is gone. A 3-run home run for Tanner Gaff. The Cougs' 13th hit of the game. Outstanding for the junior, Tanner Gaff. Boom. How about that one? Gaff got all of it. We almost saw that from Mikhail McCowan in his first AB. Coming home to score was McCowan, Wolf, and Frymuth on the grand slam by Tanner Gaff. How about it? Your batter now is Jack Harris. He's 3 for 3 in this game with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Tanner Gaff turned on it and yoked it over the left field fence. It was outstanding. Second home run for St. Francis on the season. Harris drills this ball into left center, and he's going to take off for second, and he's got it. Jack Harris, now 4 for 4 in this game, races down the double. What a big 6th inning here for St. Francis. It's going to take me a while to tweet out all these highlights. Your batter is number 13, Tony Bova. Bova, 2 for 3 in this game. Reached safely, though, in the 5th on an E4. That went off the handle for out number 2. That's going to bring up number 12, Jacob Nagy. Nagy 1 for 3 in this game with a 2 RBI single back in the 3rd.
Tell him to just come in with Fiorini.
Slow roller over to the third baseman. Route number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. Cougs up 10-2.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
The Chapel project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Not bad.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 10-2. St. Francis on top here with 14 hits, just 1 error in this game. Cougars batting around the order there. In the top of the 6th, here in the bottom of the 6th, it's going to be Brighton Schofield to lead it off for Goshen.
Hey, let's go, feet, grip it, rip it. Hey, how about it, Pete? Let's do it for the puck. Do it for Oscar.
New pitcher for the Cougars is number 32. Number 34, Carson DeTrey. Who's pitching? Fiorini. That's Matt Fiorini, excuse me, on the bump wearing number 32.
I'm on it. I got it.
1-2 is your count. Fiorini gets his first strikeout of the game.
God, you're a psycho. That's a psychopath up there, Phil.
With one out, your batter is Bobby Garcia. Garcia 1 for 2 in this game with a single back in the second. Checks that first pitch for a strike. Big swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Matt Fiorini. Two gone for Evan Krieger.
Wait, does that count against us? Good.
One and one, now your count. Fiorini, the lefty. Big swing and a miss by Krieger. Krieger did strike out back in the fourth. Another swing and a miss. Matt Fiorini strikes out the side as we head to the top of the seventh.
Dealing. Hey, bro. Jack, hey, you bro. Dealing.
Restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate, and it like gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to like a normal workout, the burn comes like within the third rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no like recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. But this is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Of highlights in this game, you can see all the great plays at the USF Baseball fan page on Facebook and on the SF Cougars Twitter account. That ball drilled into center. Longacre tracks it down for out number one. McCowan continues to swing a good bat. It's going to bring up Tyler Prince. Prince, another one, hit at Longacre. Told you, Longacre has been busy out there in center field. We'll check out his putouts here in a second. That'll be 2 outs with Brady Harris at first. Your batters, Harold Wolf. Wolf had a double and scored a run back in the 6th. 2 for 4 in this game with the run scored. Looked like Harris wanted to take second on that last pitch. Wolf with the open stance at the plate. Ball popped up. Looks like Longacre with all 3 putouts here in the top of the 7th. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th still. 10-2 USF.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code Summit City for 15% off today. Here in the bottom of the 7th, leading it off is going to be the number 9 hitter. It looks like we have a pinch hitter. It's number 22, Austin Bontrager. Bontrager entering today with a 188 batting average, 3 hits and 16 at-bats, 1 RBI, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. The counts evened up at 1 apiece. Bontrager's a freshman, 5'10", 240 pounds from Goshen, Indiana, Goshen High School. Fiorini on the bump. That's fouled out of play. Fiorini entering today with a 18.56 ERA and 5.1 innings pitched, has given up 13 runs on 11 hits, 11 of those earned, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts. That one's fouled back. Two and two the count after the pitch misses upstairs. Again, this is the 9-inning game of the 3-game series. Tomorrow we'll play 2 7s. First pitch at 10:30. Did he go? Nope, that's ball. Full count now. Strikeout number 4 for Matt Fiorini. 4 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That'll bring up Ben Longacre. Looks like Fiorini's going to leave the game here. 4 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with you with more Cougar Baseball here from the Ash Center.
Restriction training is a new treatment technique we're using at Parkview Sports Medicine that helps us stay on the cutting edge. This type of training is not only new to Parkview Sports Medicine, but in physical therapy as a whole. And it's really gaining popularity because it solves one of the fundamental problems that we see in therapy. We have a lot of patients who we can't put a lot of stress through their injured tissue, but we still want them to get stronger and still want them to gain muscle size. Blood flow restriction training uses a specialized piece of equipment, a blood flow restriction cuff that fits around the upper portion of an arm or a leg. Doing that, then it partially restricts, but not totally occludes the blood flow going to the limb.
I thought it was gonna hurt, and it does kind of feel weird, but doesn't hurt or anything. I just didn't really know what to expect. Well, you put it on and then you have to lay down and let it calibrate. And it like gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then after that, get in your position to do your workout and then press the inflate button and it'll squeeze your leg or your arm.
What the research is telling us about training with blood flow restriction is that the buildup of the lactic acid and the metabolic stress that we're putting on these tissues helps you gain strength and muscle size, similar to that of training at high intensity.
Compared to like a normal workout, the burn comes like within the 3rd rep, and then the 30-second break in between, there's no like recovery. I can see the difference and feel the difference. It feels a lot more effective than just doing normal exercises.
Blood flow restriction training is the perfect tool to solve that fundamental problem. But this is something that you don't see everywhere, and you don't see very many places in Indiana at all.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
Welcome back, everybody. The new pitcher is Caden Sullivan, the sophomore. In 2 innings pitched this year, he's given up 2 hits, 1 run scored, but that was an unearned run. So that first pitch is a strike. 2 walks, 0 strikeouts, opposing batters hitting .400 against Caden. How about Matt Fiorini there? 4 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. Doesn't get much better than that. Sullivan, the righty, up 0-2 in this count with 1 out. This is Ben Longacre. He's 1 for 3, scored a run back in the 3rd. What a great game here by Matt Baker as that one misses upstairs. Great game by the Cougar pitching staff in general. Baker, 5 innings pitched, 87 pitches. Gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Fiorini, 1 1/3 innings pitched, 19 pitches, 4 strikeouts. 2-2 is your count. Now it's a full count as Sullivan was up in this 1-0-2. Cougars rocking the black unis today. Whoa, that one's turned on and hit foul off the fence. Longacre, a 300 batting average entering today. Just 1 RBI, 0 home runs. Popped up into left field. Harris, can of corn for out number 2. Longacre last year had 5 home runs, 27 RBIs while batting .358. That'll bring up Colby Mawson. First pitch down low in the zone for strike number 1. 1-2's your count. Or excuse me, 0-1's your count. Mawson 1-2 at the plate, a single back in the 3rd. He walked and scored a run back in the 5th. One and two now, the count to Mawson. That ball hit right at Bova. Picks it up cleanly. Nice stretch by Harold Wolf for out number 3. Head to the top of the 8th. USF rolling here with 15 hits.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
That's Noah Frymuth here in the top of the 8th to lead it off. And that's going to be knocked out of play for strike number 1. Frymuth 0 for 2 in this game, but reached first base on twice by getting hit by a pitch. Down 0-2. Still number 19, Kyle Stragavy.
Get you to 20. I feel comfortable.
2-2 now. Frymuth with the eye at the plate. So Frymuth will reach first. Brings up number 25, Tanner Gaff. And what an AB he had back in the 6th. A grand slam home run as he went opposite field to left, and it was a shot. Two O's the count to Gaff. Entering today with a .231 batting average. Tanner 1 for 3 in this game with the home run. And it was a big one. He's up in this count 3-0. Frymuth at first. Gaff's going to draw the walk. 2 straight walks by the pitcher, Kyle Stragavy. And we got runners at first and second. For number 5, Jack Harris. Nobody's swinging a hotter bat than Jack Harris for the Cougs. He's 4 for 4 in this game. 2 runs scored and an RBI. For the junior, Jack Harris, starting left fielder, takes that for ball 1. Or excuse me, strike 1. Once again, Taylor University has moved into the top 25. They're ranked number 22 in the country. Indiana Tech moves up from 22 to 19. Those are your area teams. Bontrager. It's the 5-4-3 double play. Frymuth now at third. Good play there by the freshman at third base, Austin Bontrager. Got a new batter here. It's number 29. Who's 29? Who? David. So that's David Miller, number 29 at the plate. David, who transferred to us from Owens Community College to play basketball, now at the dish with an 0-1 count. This is his first AB. Because I do not see him in the stats. Down in this one, 0-2. Miller goes 6'6". At the plate looking like Adam Dunn, the old righty for the Cincinnati Reds, or the old right fielder. Foul ball. Count will remain at 1-2 for Miller. Cougars 10-15-1. Goshen 2-5-1. An offensive explosion here at the Ash Center. 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third, 5 runs in the sixth. The Cougs have only had one 1-2-3 inning in this game, and that was back in the fourth. McCowan, Prince, and Wolf all flew out as Miller goes down for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the fifth. St. Francis up 10-2.
Grandpa taught me years ago. Do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
The Chapel project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Clint Strobel, Tanner Logan, and Cody McGuire for Goshen. Strobel, the number 3 hitter, is 1 for 2 in this game with a single back in the 5th. Starting catcher for Goshen. Strobel last year had a .316 batting average with 4 home runs and 34 RBI. He only struck out, struck out 42 times and had 28 walks. His 42 strikeouts did lead the Maple Leafs. It's Caden Sullivan, who came in last inning. He's got 2/3 of an inning under his belt. As Justice Tussing, now in right field, makes the snag for out number 1. So now Sullivan with the full inning under his belt. 3 up, 3 down for Sully. I'll bring up Tanner Logan. Logan, the DH. 1 for 2 in this game, had a sacrifice RBI back in the 3rd. One for 3, 2 RBI for Logan. Oh, 1's your count. Pitch misses low, 1-1. Beautiful pitch. Looks like that just missed low for ball 2. This ball ripped into left field. 1 out single. It's the 5th hit of the game for Goshen. Just 9 hits away from St. Francis, who have 15. USF's team batting average will certainly go up after this game. Entering today, though, the worst batting average in the Crossroads League at .236. Huntington's at .240. Marion at .241. Goshen at .247. After that, it bumps up to .262, and that's Indiana Wesleyan. 1-0 is your count. Ball over to Gaff. Gets the sure out at second. No, he doesn't. We're going to have an E5 there. I'll advance Logan to second base. And on the official scoring, we'll see if they give St. Francis the air on that one. 1-0 is the count. This is Schofield. Good contact, but Harris tracks it down and left for out number 2. So good play by the left fielder, Jack Harris, who has been deadly at the dish. 2 gone for Bobby Garcia, the third baseman. Garcia, once again, just a sophomore from Carolina, Puerto Rico. He's 1 for 3 in this game with a single. First pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. Sully. Right at Harris. He's going to go to first with it. To Wolf for out number 3. We're heading to the final inning. Cougs looking for their first conference win in their first conference game, up 10-2.
Catholic University must have a passion for truth, and we trust in both the power of faith and the power of reason. Both come from God. May God bless this university as it continues to pursue truth on the wings of faith and reason.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code Summit City for 15% off today. Welcome back, everyone, in the top of the 9th. And coming to the plate is going to be Justice Tussing, batting for the catcher, Jacob Nagy. New catcher for Goshen is number 36, Jordan Daniels, a freshman. He's from Menifee, California, Paloma Valley High School. Still on the bump is number 19, Kyle Stelgravy, sophomore at 6 foot 180 from Brighton, Michigan. And excuse me, actually coming to the plate is number 15 for St. Francis, Matthew Vollmer. Vollmer entering today with the team's second best batting average at .357, 5 hits and 14 ABs with 1 run scored, 1 RBI, 2 walks, just 1 strikeout for Vollmer. Takes that second pitch over to Bontrager for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up number 8, Will Zeller. So the Cougars getting some new faces in at the plate. Zeller does not have an at-bat on the season as I peruse the stats. Zeller is a junior from Defiance, Ohio, Defiance High School. Oh, 1's the count to Zeller. Zeller did not record an AB last year. I believe he transferred to us as that ball's down low. Defiance High School, just about 45 minutes away from Fort Wayne. Scoreboard says 1-1. We'll stick with their count. Zeller. Now 1-2. Will Zeller is an infielder. Bats and throws right. 6'1", 185. Ball in the dirt. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. Zeller takes it upstairs. So with one out, we got Will Zeller at first after the walk. That'll bring up Justice Tussing, batting for Mikhail McCowan. Mikhail was 1 for 5 with a RBI single that he had in the 6th inning. He's been Mikhail with some solid contact all game long. And that ball will be a foul, a long foul ball there for Tussing. Mikhail nearly had a home run back there in the 1st inning as it was caught at the warning track. But then, of course, 5 innings later in the 6th, Tanner Gaff did take it over the left field fence as he went opposite field for the grand slam. The grand salami for Tanner Gaff. Inside, called strike 2. Folks, once again, we are going to move up the doubleheader tomorrow. Originally scheduled for 1 p.m. It will be at 10:30 a.m. first pitch. As the rains are coming to Fort Wayne. That ball is drilled into center field. 1 out single will advance Zeller to second base. The Cougs' 16th hit of the game. Tussing ripped it into center. Longacre could not catch up to it in time. That'll bring up Tyler Prince. He's swinging the second hottest bat here for the Cougs. 2 for 5 in this game with the run scored. 2 singles under his belt. Oh, excuse me, that's Caden Sullivan. Caden's first AB of the game came in on relief of Matt Fiorini, who faced 4 batters and had 4 strikeouts. Doesn't get much better than that for Fiorini. Sullivan, we'll expect to see him at third base tomorrow in one of the games. Imagine we'll probably see Gaff at DH in that situation. Popped up. Good play by the catcher there, turning his back to the infield. Textbook on the FO2. Brings up Harold Wolf. Once again, that ball likes to spin towards the infield. So playing it perfectly was the freshman, Jordan Daniels. For all the young catchers out there. Brings up Harold Wolf. Wolf had a single back in the 1st inning. I'll take that first pitch for ball 1. Wolf also had a double in the 6th. He's 2 for 5 in this game with a run scored. He legged out that double. Just being aggressive on the base pass. One and one's the count. Wolf right to the second baseman for out number 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Cougs just 3 outs away from picking up their first conference win of the season in their first conference game of the season.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
The Chapel project is the most important building that has ever been built or ever will be built on this campus. It's in the heart of the campus, it's on Mirror Lake, and the chapel and the Bass Mansion will be able to communicate with each other architecturally.
Here we go, folks. The Cougars, 10 runs, 16 hits, 2 errors. Goshen, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Leading off is going to be number 1, Evan Krieger. Krieger, 1 for 3 in this game with 2 strikeouts, had a single back in the second. First pitch will be low, and we have a new pitcher for St. Francis, number 22, Kyle Zabarski. 4th pitcher of the game here for the Cougs. That one fouled off, 1-1 your count. Zabarski entering today with a 4.05 ERA in 6.2 innings pitched. Has given up 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Zabarski's only given up 4 hits for the righty. Senior pitcher from Willoughby, Ohio, transferred to us from Lakeland Community College. 1-2's your count. Two. Now to Krieger. Gets him looking for out number 1, the first strikeout of the game for Kyle Zabarski. That'll bring up Chase Hunter. And no, it won't. It's going to bring up number 22, Austin Bontrager. Bontrager playing a nice third base. Here for Goshen. So that first ball's in the dirt for ball 1. Bontrager 0 for 1 with the strikeout. It was Chase Hunter 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The Cougar pitching staff with 9 strikeouts in total. Goshen with 2 strikeouts. 2-0's the count. Swing and a miss by the freshman, Austin Bontrager. Bontrager did have, or initiated, that 5-4-3 double play. That was back in the 8th inning. This one gets past the diving gaff. But a nice pickup by Brady Harris. Excuse me, that's Caden Sullivan now at third base for out number 2. Harris playing for an injured David Snyder. Snyder due back anytime now. Probably won't play tomorrow. Get rested up for that doubleheader against Cincinnati Christian. That's coming up on Tuesday, I do believe. This is number 6, Ben Longacre. 1 for 4 in this game, had a single and a run scored back in the 3rd.